just a quick trip to the post office. It always takes a long time. It stinks. Driving, waiting, standing around. Do what I do. Use Stamps.com instead. Stamps.com is the quick and easy way to get postage on demand for any business. Buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter or package using your own computer and printer. Stamps.com will even send you a digital scale that calculates the exact postage you need for any class of mail. You don't need one of those expensive postage meters, and you will never waste valuable time making trips to the post office ever again. I use Stamps.com, and I recommend that you use Stamps.com as well. Right now, use my last name, Mohr, for this special offer. $110 bonus offer, and that includes the digital scale and up to $55 free postage. That is a lot of letters, my man. $55 free postage. Just do it. Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Mohr, M-O-H-R. That's Stamps.com. Enter Mohr. What's the weirdest thing a client has asked you to do to them?
To them?
I know one lady wanted to be dominated watching the show Gigolo starring Brace. At Gigolo Brace. What's the strangest thing? And you're not a guy, you don't like too much freaky stuff. I saw an episode you were watching girls that wanted to be vomited on, and it grossed you out.
Would it gross out anybody?
Yeah, we were agreeing with you.
I mean, have you been shit on lately or anything like that?
Not today, no.
Because a lot of chicks want you to shit on them, too.
Have you ever shit on a girl?
And they want a brown necktie.
What, would you call it a brace tie?
No, because I think it's pretty disgusting. But
you've never shit on a woman?
I have not.
Have you ever peed on a woman?
I have.
I was going to say, if you said no, I was going to like, there's no way you haven't peed on a woman.
I love to pee on women.
Why? Why?
No.
Dominance. No. Don't fucking back out.
Okay. I was going to, but
you're going to back out. This is a podcast. It's not a radio show. It's not the Tonight Show. This is where you let it all hang out.
I know, and I'm good with that. Now, I do enjoy peeing on a woman. It's just kind of fun because they sit there and they try to fight it a little bit, and they try like, okay, well, just don't get it on my face. And I'm like, okay, but of course I try to get it on their face after they say that, but it's just funny to watch them squirm around and we pee on them.
So you don't even pee on women that are like, hey, come on over to my house. I'll pay you to pee on me. You're just out on a date and you're like, surprise, I missed the toilet. Yeah, it's preschool. You just pee by accident.
No, what it is like all women like to take baths. So I'll come over to my place and I've got a nice inviting bathtub or jacuzzi, whatever the hell you want to call it, and they're like, Brace, I want to take a bath. And I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. Everything's over there, all the soaps and, light some candles and everything. And they turn on some music and they get all of, just relax. And when they're all relaxed, the next thing you know, I straddle up on a fucking table and they don't even know I'm there because I give them some earphones. I give them earphones to put on so they're listening to music.
So you plan
and then I just start
peeing
peeing all over them and it just freaks the shit out of them.
And you just hold them down under the water and they don't get...
No, I'm on the top. They don't even know what's happening. And when I pee, and then some of them, they like it, and they continue, and they'll turn around, and I can get it on their back and stuff, too, or whatever, however they want the pee to flow. But I only got so much pee to give, But if they... Yeah. Well, because I'm standing on top of them, and I'm holding my dick, and I'm pissing on them.
And now is the game, is it like tic-tac-toe where like you want to hit the center square? Do you have to get it in the nose and mouth for you to thoroughly enjoy peeing on the woman?
No, I like to hit him right in the forehead and see it splat to the side, kind of. Because then it drips down.
You got to come closer to a mic because people go crazy. A dominant thing.
It is.
It's not a sexual thing. It's a funny game you like.
No. Yeah, it makes me laugh, and it's something to me like I played a trick on you, and I love that, and you're funny, and then I watch them scurry around. Some of them freak out, but most of them like it after they show her up.
Have you ever had a woman that wanted your companionship specifically to pee on them?
Yes. Some women have a fetish of getting peed on.
And do you just rub your hands together like, excellent? Now, do you still go through the charade of put them in a fucking tub?
Well, no, because it's not as fun because I can't stalk them. It's kind of like a stalking thing. Like, I wait for them to get all comfortable, make sure they have a couple drinks, get all relaxed, and it's all set up. It's a setup. So they're so relaxed, and then next thing you know, like I said, I'm standing up like this. And they're right there, and they don't even know I'm there yet because they're listening to music, and I get my shit out, and I make sure I drink a lot of water, and then all of a sudden I just start peeing on them, and it hit, I shoot for the forehead. So they're right down there.
All right, show me. Are we going to film this right here? No, this will be on the YouTube channel afterwards. This will be on youtube.com/morestoriesballs, and we'll film after this episode
Okay.
your technique. We'll
My
be fully
technique?
clothed.
It's a
I'll
good
lay down. I'll
technique.
make believe I'm in the tub.
It's a good
Okay,
technique.
you know what? Fuck that. We'll go in there. We're in a big-ass suite here at the South Point Hotel and Casino. They hooked us up with the good suite because I'm performing here this weekend. And if you're listening to this, unless you have a time machine, you missed it. Brace was there. Lieutenant Dan was there. We had a good damn time.
Your show was great tonight, too.
Thank you, brother. It was good.
It was
About an hour and a half.
kick-ass.
A lot of new stuff. She writes all the jokes.
Oh, and they were great. It was great. I laughed my ass off.
I
It was
sleep
so
on
good.
airplanes, and when I wake up, she hands me a notebook. She goes, you should talk about house hunters and these assholes that talk about they want to be entertaining.
I was wondering why you weren't talking about gigolos. Can't you throw something like the gigolos in there just to give us a little more PR? What the fuck?
Look,
Come
bud.
on.
Hey, bud.
Hey, bud.
What's your problem, bud?
I don't know.
So what is the weirdest fetish that you've come up against in your line of work, not on the internet? What is the weirdest thing a lady has asked you to do to her?
Really, not a lot of weird stuff like that. I mean, women they like toys and stuff like that, but nothing out of the realm. I mean, the weirdest thing I probably have ever done is the peeing thing, the peer kind of.
No one's ever said, like, I want you to slap me with fruit, or I want you to... No one's ever asked you to shit on them?
No. They
No one?
They like me to choke them, and some like me to slap them in the face when I'm, banging them. And things like that. Whenever I do, if we have a good
But if
connection.
you're a fucking liger and you're a goddamn
I am a
hybrid,
fucking hybrid.
saber-tooth,
blue eyes with big white teeth, and I'm just taking them
that
down.
are not veneers.
I am taking them down. No, I don't have one fucking fake tooth in my mouth.
Yet. Give it time, bud.
Well, I'm just saying I don't
Keep
at this
it up.
point.
Tonight's
I don't
the night.
have any
I'm telling
rot
you.
tooth
Keep
going on
running
at
that
all.
mouth. We're gonna
My
see how this
shit is
turns
so
out.
like on fire. It's like a genetic thing. And if you took my supplements, you'd find out why I stay so fucking young. I'm like 102 right now. Nobody knows that.
Who was president when you were in grammar school? Who was the president of the United States when you were in grammar school?
I do not know.
Lincoln?
Come on, probably. Close.
So, listen. No one's asked you to shit on them. A lot of people... Oh, they have, but you've said no.
I have a higher-end, classy type clientele.
We've
I don't get
established
into
that.
that crazy...
But other guys in the show obviously do
shit.
not.
I think a lot of them rely on this business for most of their money.
Vin, black guy, in the season that just ended, I guess was season 3.
We just finished season
They
4.
bring in a blacker guy.
Yes. That
And
was in
now
season 3.
suddenly there's competition between very light-skinned black guy and dark-skinned black guy.
Right.
Was that uncomfortable? Isn't there enough vaginas to go around for all different shades of black men? Aren't we really hurting race relations when we bring in an extra black guy to gigolos?
Well, I mean, you're talking to the wrong person about that. I mean, maybe it's a black thing because it was something. It was like a little bit of a tension between them two. I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying.
I don't give a shit. I get it's their deal. I don't run their business, but yeah, I think it's.
Did the producers bring the new guy? What's the new guy's name?
The new guy?
The black guy.
They brought in a guy named Adon.
Adon. That's proper. Did they bring Adon in because Vin wasn't black enough?
Yes.
Are women asking for a
Yes,
black guy?
they want
and
a black
then Vin shows
guy.
up and they're like, well, this guy's like light skin.
Vin's blackish.
Blackish.
Vin's half Latino and half black.
He looks like Doug Christie. He used to play basketball for the Sacramento Kings. I don't expect him.
I don't know. Vin to me does not look like a black guy.
No, not to me either.
No.
He looks like an earthworm.
And Vin's a good guy too. He's smart. He's a smart guy.
You seem to have pretty much everybody's back. You seem to have a very dry cut, very clear sense of fair play. And I feel like, and going back to what we were talking about earlier, when you were cast, and my wife touched on this too, it seemed like they almost wanted you to be the villain. And it feels this way, Brace. Mm-hmm. When I watch it with my ojos,
right.
It seems like they were kind of editing towards you being the villain. And your positivity just fucking boxed them out. Now they got a problem on their hands. There's no villain on the show.
I think Nick's kind of a villain, in a sense, because he's very defiant. He's always pissed at somebody or causing
But he
some
seems
kind
who
of a
you're
problem.
closest with.
Well, kind of in a way, he's like my little defiant brother that pisses me off all the time, and he's a good person, but I just think he's got some issues going on. But I have a different relationship with everybody, but I don't think there's no real villain. I think Nick, if there is a villain, I think it would be kind of Nick because he's just, I thought it was
edgy.
Steven.
But I don't think
Well-
Steven was interesting enough where they could do stories toward him. Like the big storyline was Steven's quitting smoking. And like in the same episode, you're like fucking shopping for groceries and you steal the show.
Did I steal a show?
Bro, you're taking people out for colonics.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. It's awesome. And everyone's acting like they're getting gang raped in prison.
I know.
I've had a colonoscopy. I've had an endoscopy. I'm a married man. Things have been in my butt. I'm no
Yeah.
stranger to, the pleasures of...
Does your wife stick things in your butt? Like a butt
we
plug?
have kids. You never want a kid to walk in with a foreign object in the ring,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
I'm just wondering, but it
but
sounds like yes.
fingers,
but,
certainly.
Okay. Okay.
Fingers.
Fingers not bad.
Not bad. Fingers real good.
One knuckle or two.
Look at that ring. She can do whatever the hell she wants. Look at that thing.
The thing. Yeah, your wife's
the
ring
ring-
looks like the size of my freaking quarter or something. It's huge. You must make a lot of money, Jay.
My
Yeah,
my
see?
wife always says, pick a job you like. It's like you never work a day in your life. She chose blow.
And that's another reason I can't get married.
Nothing on that, Brace? Everyone's laughing but Brace. She chose blow job.
She chose blow. I
think Brace. Yeah, it actually sounded like you do blow. I see Brace looking at Nick, and I think Brace is going, maybe this is the one I could have married. I could
Oh,
give myself
come on.
100%.
I don't think that way. I am not a mammy moocher at all. I would, you know what? A mammy moocher.
A mammy?
Mammy. Like a mammy moocher.
Yeah, mammy moocher.
I don't mammy mooch, and I call mammy moochers guys that hit on other guys' wives and girlfriends
You're not
and shit
hitting on
like
her at
that.
all. I'm just,
Well, no.
you guys just hit it off, that's all.
Well, I mean, she's cool. I mean, she seems cool. First time I met her. And I'm just, I make a good fit with everybody. I try.
You know what she said the first time I was on the set of Las Vegas and we were hanging out in my trailer, and she says, "Let me ask you a question." I said, "What's your story?" We'd been knowing each other 4 hours. She goes, "If I had a dick, would you let me fuck you?" And I said, "Hold on, though. You're not a tranny. It's you." And just like in the last hour, you go, "Oh, my God, look at all this lusciousness right here." Yes. And she said, all right. That's when she knew she wanted to marry me, because I was the first guy that wouldn't. Every other guy, apparently she asked men this since she was in 5th grade, and every guy tapped out at hand job.
Wow.
If she had a dick, would you let her fuck you?
Oh, my God.
Look at her.
If she had it.
She's not a tranny. She's not like, "Hi, Brace. I'm a girl with a dick. How are you?" Trannies all talk like midgets.
How can I answer that question? I don't think I'd let any dick fuck me, no matter what. No.
What about jail?
Huh?
What if you're in a beautiful woman with dick jail, and they were going to rape you in a shower scene?
I wouldn't let it happen.
What are you going to do, fight off 50 fucking chicks with dicks?
Well, if I was overpowered,
Tranny jail.
if I was overpowered or whatever, I wouldn't have any choice. But I would let it happen. You'd have to knock me out somehow.
What's the weirdest place you've been recognized from the show Gigolos?
Weirdest place?
Mass.
I don't know. Every same old places like people outside banks, grocery stores. I mean, everywhere.
Has business gone up for you? Do you have to curtail your business because of the show, or do you have a booming side business?
I just, I don't really pursue it that hard as far as, I just like higher end like clients. That's what I do, and I don't care. I mean, that's how I run my business.
What happens if you have a client, she takes you on vacation, and like a day and a half in, you realize, oh, this is going to be terrible. She just listens to Carole King over and over again.
Well, that's the problem when you do these trips with women like that. I would have to, know them first and see them one time before so I could make that decision, because I wouldn't do it because I have been in that position before I knew what I was doing.
Brace, there's guys that date chicks for 6 months before they lose their shit, and the guy goes, "Oh my God, I'm with a fucking crazy lady." So how do you know with a client that she's not one of those crazy ladies, and you're stuck on Molokai with a lady who's like, "Come on, it's a medicine wheel, help me make it."
Medicine wheel. Well, that's part of just profiling people and doing my
Are you a good
homework.
profiler?
I think so, yeah.
Really?
I'm a professional.
When you go around the room?
I'm very smart at what I do, and when I talk to people, I can read them pretty well. And
how do you
if I
read
spend
me? What's your vibe on me?
Well, you seem to be pretty sincere for one thing, and I don't even know you. I met you today, and I think you're pretty smart. You seem to be a good guy that is reliable. Shit like that, but I
like you,
I don't
Bryce.
know you that well, but whatever. I'm saying you usually have to spend a little bit of time with it. with a woman. To
So if
figure
I was
it
a
out.
woman and we had met at my show tonight, this is not enough time for you to have made your decision
No.
as to whether or not you're going to spend time with me. Ever again. I use Stamps.com, and I recommend that you use Stamps.com as well. Right now, use my last name, Mohr, for this special offer. $110 bonus offer, and that includes the digital scale and up to $55 free postage. That is a lot of letters, my man. $55 free postage. Just do it. Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Mohr, M-O-H-R. That's Stamps.com. Enter Mohr. What's the weirdest thing a client? Just a quick trip to the post office. It always takes a long time. It stinks. Driving, waiting, standing around. Do what I do. Use Stamps.com instead. Stamps.com is the quick and easy way to get postage on demand for any business. Buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter or package using your own computer and printer. Stamps.com will even send you a digital scale that calculates the exact postage you need for any class of mail. You don't need one of those expensive postage meters, and you will never waste valuable time making trips to the post office and has asked you to do to them.
To them.
I know one lady wanted to be dominated watching the show Gigolo starring Brace, at Gigolo Brace. What's the strangest thing? And you're not a guy, you don't like too much freaky stuff. I saw an episode you were watching girls that wanted to be vomited on, and it grossed you out.
Would it gross out anybody?
Yeah. We were agreeing with you.
I mean, have you been shit on lately or anything like that?
Not today, no.
Because a lot of chicks want you to shit on them, too.
Have you ever shit on
And they want to... They sit there and they try to fight it a little bit, and they try like, okay, well, just don't get it on my face. And I'm like, okay, but of course I try to get it on their face after they say that. But it's just funny to watch them squirm around and we pee on them.
So you don't even pee on women that are like, hey, come on over to my house. I'll pay you to pee on me. You're just out on a date, and you're like, surprise, I missed the toilet. Yeah, it's preschool. You just pee by accident.
No, what it is like all women like to take baths. So I'll come over to my place, I've got a nice inviting bathtub or jacuzzi, whatever the hell you want to call it. And round necktie.
What would you call it, a brace tie?
No, because I think it's pretty disgusting. But
you've never shit on a woman?
I have not.
Have you ever peed on a woman?
I have.
I was going to say, if you said no, I was going to like, there's no way you haven't peed on a woman.
I love to pee on women.
Why? Why?
No.
Dominance. No. Don't fucking back out.
Okay. I was going to, but
you're going to back out. This is a podcast. It's not a radio show. It's not the Tonight Show. This is where you let it all hang out.
I know, and I'm good with that. Now, I do enjoy peeing on a woman. It's just kind of fun because